What I would tell my 20-year-old younger self. I just hit 50 this past month in August. I think the first thing I would tell myself reflecting on my 20-year-old past would be to stop trying to impress people that don't matter. People that ultimately are not going to stand the test of time in your journey. People that you are in a relationship with. And I'm not just talking about a mate. I'm talking about friendships, even family members that are strictly one-sided in their favor, in hopes that maybe you can impress them or win favor over them, but that ultimately don't matter because they don't make it to the long-term journey or don't even matter in the long term. The second thing I would tell myself would be to wait to have kids. I had my first son when I was 19, and I love all my kids, don't get me wrong. I cherish and value my relationship with my kids and try to be there for them as much as I can. But having kids at an early age, when I was 19, just made my life that much harder to try to navigate, and being kind of stuck to one location made it harder for me to get out and travel and do things that I wanted to do and have the experiences that I wanted to have. I still have only traveled to like 3 states nearby, and I'm 50. So did I want kids? Did I want a family? Yes. But if I could go back and tell my younger self anything, would be to wait at least until my late 20s or early 30s to have kids. I think the third thing would be to stop putting so much emphasis on trying to be in a relationship or just chase love from women in general. Growing up, I had a rocky relationship with my mother, so I think I was looking for that validation and that love from other women my whole young adult to adult life up until pretty much my 40s, whenever I stopped doing that and took a break from being in a relationship for a period of time. I recently got into a relationship, had another child with an amazing woman, but prior to that, my relationships were pretty much all toxic, and if they weren't, I made them that way because I would sabotage the relationship myself. That would be a huge thing that I would tell myself, is to stop worrying about chasing women, that the right woman eventually will come along when you are healthy and can attract the right woman. When you're not healthy, you attract what you are. So you attract women that aren't healed. You're not healed. So it ends up being or turning into an unhealthy relationship. I think the fourth thing would be to take better care of myself, take better care of my health, take better care of my mental health, take better care of my finances, invest in myself, invest in assets that make me money. I didn't really realize how important my financial credit was until I was in my 40s. And a lot of times I would get credit and not take care of those accounts or what have you. And I totally ruined my credit up until more recently. I repaired my credit and a lot of that old stuff fell off. My credit's good now, but I'm still working on investments and things like that. So definitely take better care of myself and my finances. And to go along with that would be to focus on myself, focus on building a business if that's what I wanted early on. I kind of fell into my first business and just kept it going from there, but barely. A lot of times I was just kind of barely hanging on, not making enough to even pay bills, sometimes even keep the doors open. In my journey of business, I've had 6 different shops, have more experiences in life, travel, do things that make my soul happy, do things that build memories with my family instead of always worrying about money and finances and how I'm gonna stunt on people or all this other stuff that in the big scope of things don't mean anything. Literally, it goes along with trying to impress people that don't even matter, that don't give 2 shits about you. I think we all grow. Hopefully we all grow and we all mature. Some of us don't ever mature, but we all mature to a certain extent. I still try to have a childlike attitude in some senses because I don't want to take life too seriously, but I want to be mature in the ways that I handle things that are meant to be handled in that manner in life. Sometimes as I reflect on my current life and the timeline that I'm on, I am overwhelmed with gratitude for my amazing partner. She's not only constantly working on herself, which makes for a better relationship and open communication between the two of us. She brings out that part of me that just wants to stay quiet or avoid situations, and that's what I needed. She creates I guess you could say, a safe space for me to tell her how I feel without judgment and bounce ideas off her without judgment. And she's just there to listen unless I ask her for feedback. And she's an amazing, amazing mother. I look at how she mothers my 1-year-old son, and I'm in awe because I've never seen someone take so much care in taking care of somebody else. I mean, my exes were not terrible mothers, or they were good mothers, but she just goes over and above and is in the same token, by healing herself, she's helping me heal. She is giving my son a great life, and he's able to just be a kid. Of course, nobody's perfect. We all get frustrated, especially with a 1-year-old crying baby sometimes, and we both get frustrated with him because he doesn't have language right now. So he obviously is going to cry when he doesn't get his way or can't express himself the way he needs to. But overall, she's just a great mom, a great caring, loving person. So if I could talk to my younger 20-year-old self, I would say, be grateful for what you have. There's a song that goes like that, right? It sounds cliche, but it really is the key to more abundance and more success and more of everything that you want. Being grateful for everything, even the hard lessons. The problem is that we curse our blessings sometimes. I manifested building this basically show car by the time I get done with it, that's what it'll be. And I've always been into low riding, into low riders. So I've wanted to do this forever. And now that I have it, I at times am so done with it and so ready to move on to the next thing. That shiny new object that you see. Sometimes we get that shiny object syndrome where we just want to be done with something because it's not completely serving us right now. But it's a process. You have to close one door before you can open another door sometimes. And until I finish this car and maybe it be the best car to date that I've ever done, which it probably will be as much time as I'm spending on it, it'll be a legacy, something that I leave behind, or something that is a testament to how hard I worked on these projects. Even though sometimes I didn't get compensated, a lot of the times I was actually paying people to work on their cars because I was so upside down. I'm buying materials and buying stuff for their cars, and they won't budge on giving me any more money, but I still take the time to try to finish it because I didn't know my worth. So knowing my worth and knowing my value would have been something else that I wish I knew that in my 20s. Because a lot of times I just, like I said, I cursed my blessings and I wasn't grateful for what I had. I mean, I was 23 years old with my own business. I could have turned that into something great, but instead I pissed all the money away and just had fun on it sometimes and ruined my credit, ruined my good name in some respects with some people because I couldn't use my voice. I can go on and on, but I'm going to end it with this. Know your worth. Count your blessings. Don't let ignorant people have influence over you by trying to impress them. Life isn't all about chasing women. Have more experiences. Travel. Focus on you. All those things that I would tell my younger 20-year-old self that I wish somebody would have told me. I will see you on the next video. I'm out.